Let's go. Let's go. Bam, shout out to shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time with the Crypto Lifer. I greatly appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Shout out to my man, Roy, baby. Roy Benitez from R&B Fitness, doing the damage with the kid. Let me bring down that mic a little bit. Let me bring down that music for my brain. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live stream with the Crypto Lifer. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you and your viewing pleasure. Thank you for jumping on in. Got me, God's my pillow on the forehead. Feels like a beach ball. Oh, that stinks. Yo, Sam, how's the vacation? I mean, it's been all right. I've been doing my thing. I was at the gym with my man, Roy. It was awesome. Take a look at this. Is actually a pretty cool video. I think we should all take a look at it. It's pretty dope. Hold on. My team did a really good job editing it too. So we're Powerhouse. I'm here with my man Roy with RBN. Probably too low.
Nope, right? RBN Fitness, yes, sir.
My man right here, and you know we're just starting the workout, getting the blood flowing. He was telling me about
that you warm up properly, you know, give about 5 to 10 minutes to really get the blood flowing before you start with the heavy lift. So make sure to prioritize that, guys.
And people think you're a trader. Why are we at the gym? Because mental is physical. Taking care of this body makes me feel good in the mind, helps my trades go well. The blood flowing gets toxins out of the body. Everything you're doing when you're moving is good. Movement is progression. Progression is movement. It all is one to me. I got out of my depression by working out. I love going to gyms. I love hanging out. When he reached out to me and said, dude, you got to come work out. If I didn't take that opportunity, I'd be a fool. This man has the knowledge and the power. And look, and he's got it all, baby. You seen his girl?
You seen me? Now I might teach him.
That's how it works. You progress with progressive people.
Absolutely.
That was awesome, man. I had a really good day at the gym. Thank you so much for doing that for me. I really appreciate it, Roy. Hope you guys got to hear that. It looked like the audio was a little low for me, but maybe it was okay for you. You guys let me know. To me, the audio seemed a little bit low, but we'll go, you know, I'm doing a bunch of different things. Yeah, audio is as high as it could there. Come on. So Bitcoin down to 12K. It'll go up again above 20 next year. You never know. We're going to take it one step at a time. We're going to take it one step at a time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We're going to bring that music back on in there. Hope it doesn't blast off. There we go. That's my jam, though. That is my jam. If you know how we run it. All right. Let's jump onto Bitcoin. We talked about a short. All right. Let's just. Remember when I said, watch this flag on the 1 hour time frame. Like, probably said it somewhere around here. And I said, if this converts all the way back down and it doesn't dump and it stays in the flag, it's likely the short will play to the upside. So we're going to play short. And this was like, you know, around to November 12th, Saturday, right? Like, there's nothing really else to do. So look at it this Saturday. For even Friday night, I remember. Friday night, I was even saying this here, starting to draw a flag. We made it. We stayed sideways. If this can stay sideways. But then again, it looked just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin was doing the same thing. And so Bitcoin was in a bull flag. They were both, in my opinion, both in bull flags. That's the definition of a bull flag, right? So this has a measured move to the upside if it breaks out, and has a measured move to the downside if it broke to the downside, right? Now, we talked about it losing the bearish retest area, and then I had my green zone. You know, I always put out my big boy green zones. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We even went over the idea that there was a head and shoulder here. Many people on my group had it. I went over it, talked about these ideas, right? This fell to the downside, did a bearish retest, tried to get inside the pattern, fell to the downside. Then, right, I think it was this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. If you were watching my beginning update this morning, I made this rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. I said, do we get a double bottom here? We attempted the double bottom, made another rising wedge, and look, the 15-minute oscillated. And I teach my students this all the time. I use the stochastics RSI. It's just like in any scientific experiment, you need a constant. This is the constant for me in my scientific experiment. It's my SRSI. And so SRSI is going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. If you consistently hit an up, come back up, and you're next up on the uptrend here. So look, here's your high on the stochastics RSI. And I go over this a lot, but I don't mind going over it over and over again because I know it takes people some time to figure it out. It's going to take you a little bit of time to figure it out. Sorry, the music's a little too loud. I apologize for that. Yeah, sorry, music's too loud. Apologize. I'm still working on the mix here when I'm traveling. Apologize that. So look, we're looking at this here. So look, shoulder, head, and shoulder to the downside. Rising wedge broke to the downside. And this is continuing to fall here, okay? So this is what we're looking at. This is, and what I want to teach you is how the stochastics RSI can really be your guide. So this is here above the dotted line, and your high is my green zone. You come back down, and you come to another high, and you're not above the zone. You know what I mean? You can't get back above the zone. Tells you you're likely to drop to the downside. Look, and this is a classic bearish retest. And I go over this all the time. I said, wait for it to break. If this breaks this trend line, look for the bearish retest of the trend line. That's the perfect way to short. And there is the entry. Then it comes up and it retests this previous bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Previous support becomes new resistance, and you fall back to the downside. This is support or resistance 101. This is what it is. This is exactly what you should be looking for. And the stochastics RSI, they keep oscillating. So here we are again, oscillating to the downside, and we're getting tight. However, now you see a very strong bullish divergence. So let's break that down for you right away. People don't know what I'm saying, but it's a strong bullish divergence. Now, my measured move of all of this was to this line here at 16,000, right? 342. And we dipped all the way to a wick at 16,100, and then we wick back up, and we're sitting at 16,256. Do we come for a giant double bottom here is the question. It's possible. We're going to see. Now, I'm going to change the pattern here too in a second. I'm going to delete. We're going to rework because we hit the measured move. We can restructure now and see what's going on. So the short played out to the downside or to the upside, but Bitcoin dumped. Short played out to the upside. We talked about the short. We went over it. In total, short's not even up that much. Not up, really enough to write home about. But hey, it's 12%. And again, you didn't lose. The point of the story is I'd rather not lose. Whole market takes a dump. Even if I only make a little bit, or even if it goes sideways, I'd rather take 12% on a Sunday night, Saturday, whatever it is. I'm happy with 3%. I'm happy with 2%. It does not matter. But look at that flag breaking to the upside, hitting the measured move. And you're going to play the flag on the 15-minute. It looked absolutely beautiful. And that's just a bull flag. Simple as that. You could have done nothing else but play the bull flag. And the bull flag gave you a 68% chance that was going to break to the upside. You had tight moving averages. Once you got above that, you hit the 21. That's my catalyst for entry, 21-day moving average. And you were gone, man, to the upside. So something that I've been looking at for a long time. Makes sense. And now, though, look, you have a little bit of hidden bullish, right? Swing up to swing up. Hidden bearish divergence. Am I wrong here? Oh, no, you got just bearish. You got some bearish divergence. Not even hidden, just bearish. Regular old bearish divvy here sitting right here on the Bitcoin short. So, and you're starting to make that rising wedge, but do you go parabolic? If Bitcoin makes a massive dump, the short's going to go parabolic. And the short's beginning to show signs of parabolicness. Is that what you would say? Of wanting or attempting to go parabolic, right? The parabola beginning to come into fruition here. Now, that would be a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up 68% of the time. So, look, we get rid of this. And I'm just looking for my next continuation pattern. I'm looking for a reversal or a continuation pattern, all right? And when my mind zooms in really quick and I really look at this, I see something like this. I see a bit of a flag here that did break out, and I even see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here that broke to the upside, and I see us coming down to retest that, and that looks like a retest. So even the smaller time frames are starting to work out the moves of the bigger time frames that you look for. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up the base, right? Normally they break to the downside. But if you have a oversold 1 hour or 4 hour, there's a chance, and they're both pretty spent for me. So I don't like to get into the short when the short's overbought on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. Doesn't mean it can't continue, but it's just not in my favor to get in, I look for the 15-minute to possibly get a little more gas and then maybe kind of start to fall. This is where I would be taking profits out of the short. In my humble opinion, you do whatever makes you happy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. And if you like, if you like watching other YouTubers together, it's really fun. Catch me on Around the Blockchain every single Thursday at 5 p.m. I'll be on Around the Blockchain every Thursday at 5 p.m. throughout the month. And it may change, but for now, it'll be every single Thursday. Shout out to Joke NYC. What's up, Lifer, for all you do? What are your thoughts on Coinbase and how they hold up with all this going on with FTX and SPF? I think they're going to be okay, but you never know. You never know. I see what you're saying. You just never know. Sam, the powerhouse price. Sorry to Luigi, man. You're funny, man. 6K, yeah, I'm buying. What do you think about 3K Bitcoin? I believe it's possible. Anything is possible. You know what I mean? So, hey, Sam, why don't the value numbers match on the 3S tokens to the actual coin? Because it's not the actual coin. It's an ETF, an electronically traded fund that's based off of that coin. So the value numbers would never be the same because it's not that coin. They could peg it, I guess, but it would just basically be the same thing, So 50 minutes says there's a little more gas. Let's take a look at the 7 minute. 7 minute I do use to exit and enter trades, depending, because it can be more precise and give you a little more juice. And so look, this 7 minute, you would have seen this flag that you wouldn't have seen on any other time frame. And you got your measured move here up to the upside to about 1.55 on 5 points. You got 4 points at 55. So here you go. Another 3.3%. But another 3% even there coming out of the short. Okay. I would be taking profits again, but that's me. I like to sell a little early. I like to secure a bag. You know what I mean? I like to win a bag. I like to win a bago. You get it? Hey, bada bing bing. Okay, another super chat coming on in. Thank you for the love. Hey, Lifer, love you, brother. Can you do some quick TA on TWT, Trust Wallet Token? Thanks for what you do. Yes, let's jump on into TWT. And again, I've been talking about the decentralized things pumping to the upside. We woke up this morning with the biggest gainer of the entire day. We were nailing it. And GMT comes back with a vengeance today. Or the short, actually. The shorts are banging. And, we're going to see Bitcoin struggling now. It's going to make all the shorts go to the upside. All right. Phantom short. And that's so once you look and you can see that there's going to obviously be, funny, Axie3L is actually up. So this is weird. Of all the coins, Axie3L, now Axie, we can find out, was getting, they say was getting attacked consistently. So maybe now that it doesn't have this, monkey on its back, it can actually begin to aspire, and begin to fly. Axie Infinity. So it's interesting. One of the greener coins today, and not green because the market dumped. KRL, something we've been looking at too. The Krill flew to the upside. I did not see that. And again, all the shorts playing out. I was on a Bitcoin short all weekend, just looking at it. Now, there's one idea I had that made Bitcoin look bullish to me, and it was based on the 1 hour time frame and these tight moving averages being far away from the 200 simple. But I guess we're going to fall again and then come back. But usually by now, we are going to come back at least to the 200 simple one more time for rejection before we continue to the upside. My man asked for TWT. Let's take a look at TWT. Boom, boom, boom. Matic short pump it to the upside. And look, if you just look at it, it's this flag on the 7. It's not the best flag, but it is what it is. And it's attempting to pump to the upside. That's a scalp of the 7 minute. I will teach you this in my trading group. I will teach you this every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. I will teach class, and you will be amazed. I will be amazed. We'll have a blast together. Jump on into class whenever you get the chance. Every single Tuesday from 3 to 5, and the last Saturday of every month, come on into class. It is $99 if you're not in the trading group. It is $40 if you are in the trading group. $60 if you're in the trading group. We knock $40 off. I've been in the sun all day. So Matic short could continue to the upside with a measured move. Again, I take profits in green candles. Good time to take some nibbles out of the trades that we were talking about. And again, I tell my whole group, when I put out a Bitcoin short, it means all the different shorts are going to play out. Matic short, Link short, Dot short, and almost any other bigger coin with a blue chip market cap, like we say, is going to tumble and follow Bitcoin. So you short, like Dot short's been my go-to when Bitcoin's dumping. It's just been my go-to recently. Someone asked about TWT. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you and yours. Let's jump into TWT. Let me find out who exactly asked about it. So, hey, Lifer, can we go over it? So, my man, Ice Mike, 6969. Hey, Lifer, can you look Can we do some quick TA on TWT, Trust Wallet Token? Thanks for what you do. Anytime, man. So we talked about Trust Wallet Token making a move out of this flag to the upside. It did it. It continued to the upside for another 36% gains. Bang, bang, bang. And I put out TWT even in this rising wedge that it could break to the upside this morning. Someone said they were like, oh, they looked at the education, slapped it on there. So if you're in my trading group, all right, you were given this flag today at 7 in the morning. I woke up at 7 a.m. grinding, right? And I pumped up this flag saying we could easily go up 31% gains. We were low in the 1 hour time frame. This was a call given in my trading group. Look, why? Because I knew decentralized coins were about to pump. And look, people were funny. It's like I was saying I worked a lot. Two streams. This was yesterday and Saturday. 2 streams, 3 hours about. I kept checking Bitcoin on and off and found some gains as well. A Saturday on quote-unquote vacation. Vacation does not exist to me. Really. TWT, I saw it in the flag. 1 hour was looking bullish to me. Likelihood of touching the 21-day moving average. Advancing away from the other moving averages. Giving me an idea that we would get a bit of a pump here. The stochastics RSI were low, okay? This isn't really a hidden bullish, but it is a sharp uptrend, and that's not as sharp. It's almost a class C, and you had lack of bullish divergence here on the MACD. These were signals to me that there was a likelihood, and I knew the narrative. The narrative was this is how you can trade decentralized without getting yourself put on someone else's centralized account. So TWT is really starting to moon because people don't want to be on centralized exchanges. They want to be free. So I posted this, and there you have it. There's your before, and there is your after. Shano, we did it, baby. Shano, we did it again, Sean. We did it again. Boom, boom, boom. And let me post that to the before and afters. But there's TWT. And there's before. And here's a no stop loss good hit in the making of this trade. This is the second trade I put out in the last 2 days. I put out DXDY before I went to bed. Nailed it. I put out TWT today. Nailed it. I actually put it out even earlier this morning. Nailed that out of the, or last night before. Even nailed that out of the rising wedge. So we've been continuously accurate with the calls again, even though the market's dumping in your face. Absolutely horrible. 40% gains coming out of the market. I mean, 40% gains. That's almost half a portfolio banging on them to the upside. Let's take a look at what that 1 hour looked like. And I love these before and afters. What I like to do is I like to put my finger on the screen, put it right there, and then I like to actually shrink it down and make it look like identical. Identical if I can. A little more vertical. And so there you have it. I mean, here's your before given in the trading group. There's your after to the upside. There's your before. There's your after. The flag just absolutely careens to the upside. Beautiful move. Trying to make it like perfect I want to make it to scale. But that's about it right there. Again, there's your before. There's your after. 47% gains coming out of TWT. And we explained the narrative. We knew where the money was flowing. We understand what's happening. And honestly, this may not stop because people don't want to be in these centralized exchanges. So the 1 hour's in another flag, likely to continue to pump to the upside. And I'm not guaranteeing anything, you know. It's already getting a little hot here, and it's getting overbought, I'm sure, on the 4 hour time frame, which it is. It's starting to careen. It's a little too high, and it got rejected by a wick here. But I could still see the 1 hour time frame getting busy. Higher risk now than the last flag. Each flag you go up the train, it's a higher risk, but you are touching the 21-day. You kind of have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, but this thing doesn't really seem to care about Bitcoin. What I'm seeing here is falling volume with falling price on the volume, which is giving me a sign that we may get a bit of a reversal here. MACD also lagging, so I'm seeing some things. And I tell you, it's crazy. Is like when I got into trading, right? When I first got into trading, there was different people that I went after in my trading career to learn from. And Jacob CANFIELD was one of them, you know? And it's funny is the other day I was telling him, oh, you know, he saw that I was out here in Hollywood and he'd up to Twitter. Man, Twitter's amazing. You learn so much through Twitter and you meet people through Twitter. And he was like, dude, we should chill. And I was like, let's do it. So eventually, yeah, I'm going to kick it with him in a little while. I'm going to probably have to end the stream a little early, but I'm going to kick it with him. I never met him. One of my mentors that I met 4 years ago helped me get into technical analysis, showed me so many different things about TA, changed my life, really. He was also an entrepreneur that I looked up to. So it's exciting for me. I'm going to meet like someone that like really helped me get on my journey, helped me get on my way. Pretty amazing time to come here and meet these beautiful people. So not only do I meet Roy today, meeting other people, and through the channel, through the world, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Unbelievable. So look, Bitcoin is continuing to go to the downside. How do you know if it's going to continue to go? Well, I'm going to show you right now. We're going to flip to the 7-minute, and we're going to get into, what we're seeing here. I'm going to delete everything on the Bitcoin chart right now. We're going to start fresh yet again, real quick, give you my analysis, okay? First thing we're going to do is go to the daily time frame. Getting oversold doesn't mean it can't continue to dump. I want you to explain that to you. I've been showing you the 10-day chart. 10-day chart looks absolutely horrible, just getting started for a massive move to the downside. Bearish engulfing candle, and we've already begun to break through this little bear flag. This is a bearish flag here to the downside. This is beginning. I don't see this ending, headed all the way down, possibly to $6,000 for BTC. I know you don't believe me. I know you say no way. You could see a 6,000. If you're at 16,000, you could be at 6,000 not too long from now. Now, we have some major resistance to go through before we do that. I mean, major support. So I'm not guaranteeing these things, and we could even V-shaped recovery back up. But for this not to continue, we would have to make some type of jettison move and reverse back to the upside, okay? We need to get back above this green zone at 18,800, and we need to get back above this, diagonal trend line. This is serious, everybody, and this could get even worse and worse. I just want you to understand that. This can get way worse. Don't think we can't go to lower lows. Don't think it can't become something you never thought possible. It can always be something you never thought possible, all right? As a trader, a young trader, I used to think, oh, no, it can't happen. It's not going to go this way. It always goes, and it tends to go the way you think it would never go. So look, you can even see how this was the bearish retest almost on that 10-minute, on the 10-day chart. Like we came up and we couldn't get it back above. Seems like a bearish retest, you see, of this trend line. Now we're seeing even more issues of a downside here, okay? Now you could try to contend with this. This is like it fell out, broke back inside this falling wedge. See, it fell out, broke back inside the wedge. And to me, that's what we're looking at. Do you have enough bullish divergence to get out of the hole here? And even if you have bullish divergence, we now have major resistance for Bitcoin at 17,457 and major resistance here at 16,965. We tried to attempt to bounce here at 16,500 and we could not. So, in my opinion, Bitcoin is headed lower, and let's find out where our next major support is. So our last wick area is really all we have. We lose this last wick, we're coming down to 12,000. And honestly, we could see 12,000 tomorrow, Tuesday. It could happen fast. If it happens, it's going to happen pretty fast. Let me throw on my VRVP. I don't know why it disappears sometimes, and see what I'm seeing on the volume nodes. On the 12-hour time frame, we lost that. And I kept saying, if you lose a point of control, you're likely to fall down to the end of the liquidity zone, just like a ball falling down a hill. And I said that. People were like, make a call, Lifer. We don't know exactly what you're going to say. And I was like, well, and I remember it's slightly bullish because whenever the moving averages are tight, I see price action careen back to the 200 simple. And I've seen it many times in my life. So that gave me an inclination there could be some bullishness, and we were in a flag. But even though we were in a flag and I said some bullishness, I said, no matter what I feel, what I'm looking at, if Bitcoin doesn't get back above 17K, short the market. And I said the smartest thing to do is to open up a short somewhere up here, and just because it's got a low, it's got a high. Now it's almost going to make it's struggling for a higher low. If it can hold this low above that low, okay, it can then put in a higher high and try to dig its way out. So it's still technically a higher low from this low. So we're looking for Bitcoin to likely continue to the downside, unless we can get some price action to jump on in. The 1 hour's oversold, could get a bit of a bounce. The 15 minutes oversold. You got this bullish divergence that you've been looking for here on the 15-minute. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down on price action. That is a strong bullish divergence. So you expect a bounce. How strong the bounce is the question. Sorry, the bullish divergence is right there. But how strong the bounce you get is the question. That's what we're looking for here. So, do we get a bounce to the upside is the question for BTC. Do we get a bounce to the upside? And even if we do, how big of a bounce is it? All right. Remember, that 10-day chart does not look good, and we have major resistance. So, okay, do we V-shape recovery tonight and try to get above with major volatility? Shoulder, possible head and a right shoulder to jump us on out of the rising wedge. The falling wedges do break up 68% of the time. You know, do we get like a measured move back to the upside here, which would take us to somewhere like above, you know, into this high volume node area at 17,400. In my opinion, we now have a heavy resistance at 16,500. If Bitcoin cannot get back above 16,005, expect more downside. And the scary thing is there's just really not a lot of support. Once we break 15,500, that previous low that we made before, there's really not a lot of support until we get all the way back down to 12,800. 12,000, yeah. So anything could happen. We could bounce back in. So I'm expecting a bounce on the 15. I'm expecting a bounce on the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour is even pretty oversold. So you're oversold on multiple time frames. Okay, 22 hour is attempting somewhat of a bounce. The daily kind of rolled over on you even on the lower side, right? And look at this. I mean, these are bearish engulfing candles, 2 in a row. It was nasty. And it's not, we're not going to bounce out of this easily. All right. So in my opinion, you keep the shorts open. There's really no reason, you continue to ride these shorts. Now this comes on up again. You do whatever makes you happy. This comes up to here, resistance. If you can't get above 16,978, if you can't get back above 17K, you can kiss any rally, even if you break out of here, goodbye. And you're at this major local resistance now. You got to get back above 16,005, and you got to break this resistance here at 16,003 it's going to be. So Bitcoin showing signs of weakness, and then we can go to the 5-minute chart to look for a flag and see what's happening on the smaller time frames. This will tell you if you're in a continuation pattern that's bearish and what could be happening. Now, the 5-minute has a very, very hardcore bullish divergence, which tells me that this could bounce back to the upside. It's interesting. So, I could see a move back to the upside here, but the thing is how strong. So I recognize the divergence, but the divergence must get us back above 16,500, and specifically this high volume node here at 16,867. I see more downside because also this is like a rounded top. Rounded tops do not pay the bills, and rounded tops are just ugly. That is just an ugly pattern. So I see more downside than upside. I hate to say it, and even then we might be making an inverted cup and handle. You see that? That dumps back to the downside as well. So unless Bitcoin gets back above these levels, it's likely to head further down. It is what it is. So Bitcoin's struggling here at 16,000, losing 17K, and dropping pretty heavily to the downside. As suggested, as talked about, TWT, the major gainer we put out. And watch this. This could slump with the market. I'd be taking profits on green candles. Watch it out. 1 hour could make a move. Take a look at your 15-minute for a catalyst. I see kind of a shoulder, head and a shoulder. A little bit of bearish div there, too, that began in this area. Now, it could go FOMO. It is what it is, but it's a Sunday night. I do not like to trade Sunday night into Monday morning. Most volatile time to trade in your entire life. Bang, bang, bang. But we hit gains for TWT. I'm looking at Bitcoin likely to drop more to the downside. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin short, BTC, USDT here, .3S. And we're going to zoom in onto that on KuCoin here. And honestly, that just is mooning. It's absolutely mooning as suggested. Look at that. And it's got another green candle coming up on the way to the target. As we suggested, it's up like a couple percent. Ooh, look at that. Boom. And, we're just showing you how this happens. It is starting to get a little overbought, but if Bitcoin continues to dump, this is the play. So here, you flag out the 1 minute, and if things start getting crazy here, this 1 minute will continue to the upside. I don't like to trade the 1 minute, but I use it to track price action when price action is moving fast. That's how I use it. So just keep your head up in the game. Do not be scared. All right? Scared money don't make money. Let's take a look at RDI, red token. Let's get out the 1 minute chart, though. Interesting. I know nothing about this token, red token. I remember red coin. I don't know about red token. So look, all the shorts could continue. But again, I don't jump into green candles, but look, ape boomed, right? And this thing could careen. If Bitcoin dumps to 10K, every one of these shorts is going to pay. Now, I don't chase. I flag out the short. If the short stays out in the flag, the 21-day moving average touches price action. That's my projection theory. I then put alerts down here on the stochastics RSI, and this might be an absolutely lovely short for ape to continue up. So I'm looking for the continuation pattern. I'm looking for the confirmation of the continuation pattern, so I can jump into the trade at closer to the best time and continue the move back up to 3S. So I'm looking at a coin here. I'm looking at this for a possible move. This is Ape 3S. All right. That'd be 35% gains, and I'm starting to plan my escape now. I like to be ahead of the trade. I like to start planning the trade. Like this trade up at 7 a.m., right? Boom, boom, boom. And I'm not trying to overpost, man. No, we're 2 for 2. We did DXY. We're 2 for 2. In the bearish of times, we found the 2 coins that are hot. So banging on them to the upside. So Ape USDT.3S. I'm watching this on the radar. I'm watching to see how the flag plays out. The flag plays out and the alert hits. It's something I'm taking a look at. Ape 3S. Okay. I'm watching the 1 hour for a flag. Okay. All right, everyone. I love you. I got to jump. I got to make this super fast. I live streamed earlier this morning. I got to make this super, super fast. TWT could continue to the upside. I do see a shoulder ahead and a shoulder. Be careful. Be careful. I'm not a financial advisor. I want to say that again. You know that. I'm just making it clear. Just like looking at these charts every day. I'm addicted to these dang charts. These could all explode. All of these shorts could absolutely explode. I've seen this pattern play out. Even though it's not your greatest pattern, I've seen this pattern play out many a time to the upside. It's a symmetrical triangle. It's breaking out already. Beginning to move tight moving averages. Okay? Don't be shy. So the 3S tokens could continue to the upside. Heavy volatility every single Sunday night into Monday morning. It's absolutely insane. Hi, Lifer. I hope... I don't know. Axis banging right now to the upside. Isn't that crazy? You're going to make me blush, Philippe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Zero Legions. Thanks for your time while you're on vacation. Anytime, man. I truly believe Biden... Oh, man. She's dumping. Can you please look at Solana? And what was that real quick? Thank you for the subscriber. Thank you for everyone jumping on in. Thank you for all the support this week. I appreciate it. The live stream will also be tomorrow at about probably 12 o'clock because I fly in 9:30 in the morning, get home probably by 10:30. We'll have to get a little situated once I get home. 11:30, 12 will be the live stream, just so my team knows too. Team, I'll be flying from like 6 to 9. I think I get Wi-Fi on the plane, so I'll be able to contact you. But if not, we'll try to figure out some type of title, a working title now, and then we can, if we have to adjust, we'll adjust. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I got all the super chats. Everyone out here, I got to make it a quick stream. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay? I'll look out for anything else that I see happening. I will be scanning the market, and then I got to break down my studio, pack it up, get into the plane tomorrow morning, and get back to the home studio. So everyone that bared with me through these times, toughest time to ever go on vacation. Really, for me personally, like go on vacation and watch the entire industry that you love and teach every single day get destroyed by demons. But it is what it is. We'll be back with another beautiful live stream. I love each and every one of you for being here. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow on the live stream. We're going to continue to find gains. Have no fear. We found gains today. We found gains. Like, we nailed it. So there was money to be made here. 31% gains. That's a beautiful gain. Like, that's nothing to be shy about. So TWT, continue to pump. We're going to continue to find the gains. We're going to make it short and sweet for you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Have a great night. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing